With the security credential for Tectonic now created, the next step into ensuring your account is ready for Tectonic is to create a DNS zone in a domain that you own using AWS's Route 53. We can go to Route 53 by heading back to the console and searching for it. Route 53 is a service from Amazon that allows us to perform DNS management, traffic management on those domains, monitoring, and even the registration of new domains. For the purposes of Tectonic, all we need is DNS management, so let's start with that. We're going to create a hosted zone. Since we have none, let's create one. And we are prompted for a domain name. The reason we need to use a hosted zone with Tectonic is because when you actually go through the installer of Tectonic, you are required to enter in a domain that Tectonic can use. And the reason it needs a domain is because it essentially uses AWS's Route 53 to programmatically configure that domain into two subdomains. One subdomain for the Tectonic console and one subdomain for the Kubernetes API server. This allows you to access your cluster and the Tectonic console with ease. You must use a domain that you not only own, but can manage its name servers. So go ahead and enter that domain right now. For me, it's kubedemo.com. I both manage this domain and own it. Let's create it. Upon creation, AWS gives me 4 name servers that I must reconfigure in my domain name service register. In this case, I purchased kubedemo.com from Namecheap. Depending on where you purchase your domain from, you must go to that provider to be able to configure the management of the name services appropriately. I'll visit namecheap.com and go to the kubedemo.com panel to manage it. I'm going to enter in custom DNS settings that include the 4 name servers that Amazon provided me. So we'll copy and paste that into Namecheap. You should be doing the same with your provider. Once all 4 name servers match, it's time to save these settings to Namecheap. Namecheap informs us that it may take up to 48 hours for the DNS changes to take effect, as this has to replicate globally. It's not always the case that it takes that long. Sometimes it takes a matter of minutes. To verify and find out which name servers are associated to that domain, we can use a tool like dig or NSLOOKUP. I'm going to use dig. As you can see, no name servers were returned for kubedemo.com. This is because the propagation of the changes for the name servers is still ongoing and could take some time. Let's sit on this and wait for the domain name to actually resolve to a couple of name servers, which could take a couple of minutes. After some time has passed, let's check the name servers again. As you can see, we are now getting 4 name servers that identically match those that we assigned in both Namecheap and that were assigned to us by AWS. So everything is perfect. We will now move on to the next step of configuring an SSH key pair within EC2.